I'm Jan Roletto, and I'm the research coordinator at Greater Farallones National Marine Sanctuary. We're here on the Access Cruise this week, which is a joint partnership between Point Blue Conservation Science, Cordell Bank National Marine Sanctuary, and Greater Farallones National Marine Sanctuary. The focus of our Access Cruise this week is really looking at the middle of the upwelling season. We typically try to sample in early upwelling season, during upwelling season, which is what we're doing this month, and post-upwelling season. And what we're really experiencing this week is the peak of baleen whales in our areas. We have blue whales as well as humpback whales, and today we have probably anywhere from 75 to 100 animals feeding in a very small area. That area happens to coincide with the inbound northern shipping lane. One of the uses of the Access data really is to look at abundance and distribution of seabirds and marine mammals throughout the Cordell Bank Sanctuary, the Greater Farallones, as well as the northern portion of Monterey Bay Sanctuary. Those shipping lanes all come together and cross each of those sanctuaries in different fashions, and so we're always interested and really aware of where the whales are and in relationship to the shipping lanes. And so today, when we saw that there could have been up to 100 whales in that inbound shipping lane, we did notify vessel traffic that there were feeding whales in the area and to ask the vessels to slow down. That's one of our responsibilities as a sanctuary management system. This project is really a multi-pronged project. It really is interdisciplinary. It looks at ocean acidification, it looks at abundance and distribution of breeding birds, and a lot of the time that's related to food and food resources. So with work between the three sanctuaries as well as Point Blue Conservation Science, we get a holistic picture of everything that is going on within the marine ecosystem here off of Central and Northern California. Today we did one of our oceanographic lines, and it's one of our core lines that we have been sampling since 2004. We did a Tucker trawl, and then we went even further offshore and looked at, we deployed a couple of different types of nets. So between the several different types of net, we're looking at abundance of krill, we're looking at abundance of marine invertebrates. All of those are food resources for salmon, for whales, for dolphins, on up the food chain. We're also looking at ocean acidification. We took several different types of water samples today, one of which will look at the pH, but we'll also look at how the oceans are acidifying and potentially thinning of the shells of marine invertebrates. We also took water samples today to look at nutrients and nutrient loads. Nutrients are just like the fertilizer that you would put in your garden. Sometimes too much fertilizer will cause damage to your garden, just as too much fertilizer here will cause a large bloom and potentially a die-off of the animals that need the oxygen that's in the water. And so we want to always look at those nutrients. We're also looking at nutrients and the influences that San Francisco Bay has on this entire region, because it can be very influential. One of the other things that our little net toes show us is phytoplankton. And we work with Department of Public Health Services in the state of California in looking at harmful algal blooms. And what is happening offshore is often a precursor to potential harmful algal blooms inshore. So the oyster farms and the closures of shellfish fisheries are sometimes coming from data that we can send in to the Department of Public Health Services.